Welcome, everybody. It has been a quiet stream for now, but we're just letting people jump in, letting people stop by and say hi, get comfortable, sit tight. The show is going to start very soon. Lots of things going on here. So, it is time. It is time to do the intro of the Every Other Saturday show. I think I'm talking to myself because there's no one yet, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. This is going to be recorded here for the posterity. Remember, the Every Other Saturday show is live every other Saturday. Today, we're going to be discussing about a lot of people's headache, which is what? It's Nsync time. So, sit tight, get your coffee like I have mine, enjoy, and let's have some fun while we learn some English. Welcome to the Every Other Saturday show. Welcome to the Every Other Saturday show. And we go back to present times. Enough of the 40s presentator. There we go, guys. How's it going? Although I think it's a pretty lonely stream today. In any case, we're doing our best. All right, guys. So today, I just wanted to jump in, talk to you guys about tense and time. I feel that tense and time is one of those things that we need to discuss because people, both teachers and learners, get it wrong all the time. And they get it wrong all the time because they I don't even know what I'm showing. I was showing a previous student. We were discussing what pescatarianism and what that is about, right? So I also don't know why when I click here, OBS insists on changing that. Okay, I think I know why now. Apparently the windows cannot touch. If they touch and you click one, like OBS just acts up and starts doing whatever it wants to. So guys, thank you for those who follow, for those who have subscribed, for those who have liked the video on our previous stream. People are apparently starting to come in, hopefully. If you are listening, just say hi on the chat. I really appreciate that if you are listening. It helps me gauge if you guys are around or not. And just say hi. Always nice to hear from you all. Okay, so as I was saying, tense and time is something that people get wrong all the time. People get it wrong all the time because because it is fascinating how we focus and fixate so much on the rules and the names. The names are so unimportant, guys. Like, for example, if you tell somebody present perfect, people will start having PTSD. PTSD stands for post traumatic disorder, right? Post traumatic disorder. So you are, oh my God, bro, you start remembering all of the bad experiences you had when it comes to your schooling and all the college or high school, all the English classes you had when you were a teenager or a young adult, right? If you had trainings, good training, that is, from a very young age, you probably are pretty good at English, so you don't have that PTSD. But if you're like part of the average, then you probably know that it's present perfect. Oh, change this to negative and do this and do that. You know, so that kind of thing. But today, we're going to try to make that better, to make you guys understand and use tense in an optimal way, possible, hopefully, in the way that you are able to access it in your mind and you can just use it seamlessly. Okay, so let me take a sip here of this delicious coffee for a second. Right, so tense and time. Let's go here and check this out. Over here we have a little chart that I always use, and credits and shout out to ego4u.com. Ego4u.com. I believe it's a German website. I always use this as reference, even in my own private lessons. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's an idiom for you. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So let me show you what I just said. Okay, before we move on, right? Remember the Every Other Saturday show on YouTube. We changed platforms, and we're not doing Instagram anymore because unless you guys like really want me to do an Instagram live class, we can do that for sure. Right. But like Instagram has not been the best for that. Right. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh my God, Clive, you're using ain't, and you're using the wrong tense on your, or the wrong form of your verb. Yes, because it is an idiom, okay? So relax. Remember, if you are watching, drop a comment, drop a like. I really appreciate that. The interaction helps me out, okay? Right. So as I was saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The chart ego4u.com provides is so good that I just don't see a reason to make one myself or anything like that, because it wouldn't be smart of me to do that, right? Now I will be copying, or so I just give credit to them, right? Right. So the meaning of this idiom right here is like, if something works well, don't try to fix it. If something works well, why would you try to fix it? It makes no sense, right? Okay. So so why am I using that chart? Well, because that chart shows you the use of the tense and time. It shows you what you should say, okay, and when you should say it according to reality, not according to a set of rules, not according to, oh my god, this thing is not working the way it's supposed to. Not according to what the grammar rules say, or if if it has the auxiliary, all that stuff that you obsess about, instead of learning the function and the real context of things. And that's what you should fixate on. You should fixate on context. You should fixate on what is going on in reality. So let's start right here with the first one. Again, I want you to not focus on the names. Simple present. That name might be for you that you're not learning English as a second language. You might get confused about it because you might think it's about the now. I'm going to briefly address my Spanish speakers. Puede que te confundas porque al leer la frase presente simple, vas a creer que es algo que está ocurriendo ahora. Português. Para as pessoas que vão aprender a língua inglês, vai ficar confuso. Vai ficar confuso porque você vai ler presente, né? Então vai crer que é uma coisa que eu estou fazendo agora. Mas não é assim, né? Parce que French, pour mes élèves qui parlent français, le mot présent peut être très confusé dans ta tête, parce que tu vas lire présent. Oh, alors, et maintenant? Non. Okay? It's not about that. It's not about that. I think I messed it up with the French, but sorry about that. My French is a little rusty. I have to practice a lot more. So don't fix it on the name. I insist. Don't fixate on the name. Okay? Don't fix it on the name. Fixate on what? Fixate on what the function is of that tense. Okay? What is that tense used for? And let's take a look. Let's take a look what that tense is used for, right? So focus on the sentence, how it looks like. Okay, so we have an example here. He speaks. Oops. Wrong click. He speaks. Right? He does not speak. Does he speak? So he speaks. He does not speak. Oh, this Zoom is better. So let me just bring it back to normal like that. So he speaks. He does not speak, like pinching Zoom with my screen. So he speaks. He does not speak. Does he speak? Right? He speaks. He does not speak. Does he speak? So let's bring that back to I. Okay? I believe that in my previous stream we talked about this, and we said that, I, you, he, as in a man, like Phil Town, he, right? You probably don't know him, but yeah, that's an investment guru, and it's a book I haven't read yet, by the way. I have to read this, but I am very busy with Robert Greene's 48 Rules of Power. Let me show you for a second. Just give me a second. 1 second. Now I'm copying Dr. Disrespect, getting up and like, champs, I'll be right back. The best, the best streamer on YouTube. Not even close. It's not even close, okay? Not even close. Yeah. Anyways, so by the way, if you don't watch Dr. Disrespect, you are missing out. Anyways, so here, you see this right here? This is the book I'm reading right now. I'm halfway through, so that's why I haven't read that book over there. Right? So he, right? Phil Town, he. She, Kate Beckinsale, she, Scarlett Johansson, right? Everybody knows Scarlett Johansson, so she, yeah. Then we have we, you, as in like multiple, not you but you, right? And they, right? So if we go through those, I say I speak, you speak, he speaks. This is, a rule that you should remember. If we are using he, she, or it, third person, I must include an S, an ES, or IES, depending on the spelling of the word. ES, S, or IES, depending on the spelling of the word. What do you mean, Clive? Well, for example, punch. Punch, right? Imagine adding an S to the word punch. P-U, let's take a look. Visually, always best, right? When you show things visually, it's always better. So you see here, punch, right? Imagine adding an S to this. How can you pronounce that? Like it's like 4 consonants in a row. That's very un-English, very not English-like, right? So punch, you cannot even pronounce that. So punches, punches. You add that schwa sound, and there you go. Punches. Boxers. Let me try that because that's not third person, single subject. Let's say, for example, I don't know, Manny Pacquiao punches. He, right? Manny Pacquiao punches fast, right? So that's how you would do it. And remember, it's not ponche e. It's not e. It's punches. Let's say, for example, we're talking about crunch. When something crunches, right, makes that crunching sound. So crunches, right? Why crunch? Same thing. CH. Or push, right? Push. Imagine adding an S to push. Hello? That's illogical, right? So pushes, not pushes, but pushes. It comes from here, not from here. Pushes, right? So let's go back to the chart. That's some pronunciation rules for you, right? Let me just check something here before I continue, guys. Lonely stream today, guys. Lonely stream. It is what it is, Right. So let's continue here. So, let me try something here before we continue. So, remember, punches, crunches, fixes, pushes, smashes. So it's not S, it's us, okay? Smashes. Let me see another one. Okay, flexes, yeah? So in that sense, you should use an schwa. A schwa sound. It's an E, I know, but it's an sound, okay? Not really a, all right? So don't mistake it by a, yeah? You should go and say okay? So, That is how you should address pronouncing that, and be very careful with that spelling. Don't give a bright A sound, because it doesn't work. All right? Okay. Okay. So, let's continue over here. Let's continue over here. 1 second. One second. Right. Okay. So the rules. Not the rules, the use, by the way. I speak, you speak, he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, we speak, they speak. Right? Now, let's say, for example, I say, does it speak? Right? I'm asking a question. Now, since this is not a verb to be sentence, I am, you are, he, she, she's, you are, they are, which is for describing, yeah, I'm not going to, I can't directly use the verb speak. I need does to, to be able to complete that question, or to be able to complete that negative statement. Yes? And I don't include my S, my ES, the thing we were discussing just a moment ago, on my action verb, but in the do instead. Since my quota, my rule is covered by do, I put ES, I don't need to put it on my verb, my action verb. Yeah? So, he speaks, he does not speak, does he speak, right? Okay, those rules, I think you have drilled them enough, I hope. Right? But now, here's the important thing. Okay? It is not, I repeat, it is not about now. It is not about now. It's about repetitive actions. Repetitive actions. I drink coffee. Right? Meaning, I tend to drink coffee in the mornings. 1 cup per day. That's it. I drink a cup of coffee per day, and that's it. Ah, you're lying. Yes, that's all I have. 1 cup per day. So action in the present, taking place regularly, never or several times. By the way, if you want the link, I will share the link later on. Okay. Well, you can see it here. ego4u.com, and then grammar tenses. Right. I'll share it on Instagram or on the description of this video. All right. Right below this video. Okay. So all of that is about repetitive actions, guys. For example, I eat protein bars. I play basketball. Let me see. I play the guitar. Yeah? I'm not playing it now. You see that guitar over here? My piano skills, I just know, the harmony, and I know how it works, and the melody and the whole thing. I can play chords fine, but a skilled piano player, no. It's not that I am that skilled on guitar, but I'm way better than I am in the piano, right? So I play the guitar. There we go. I play the guitar. My new baby's next to me here. But I'll show it to you some other day, or maybe today. I don't know. I play the guitar, right? So I do it recurrently. It's not about now. Okay, so whenever you hear the name simple present, it's about now. No. It's about facts. It's about repetitive actions. It's about facts and repetitive actions. A fact. Well, I live in Panama. My mom, she lives in Dominica. Yeah. My older or my oldest siblings live in the US. They live in the US. You see what I mean? So that's a fact. It's not what is happening. Well, what is happening, we will talk about it in a second, but that is how you use it. So stop thinking on do, does, and negative sentences. No, think about what I want to say. I want to talk about facts. I want to talk about things that usually happen. In that, when you do that, is when you will be able to speak a little bit more freely. Okay? So you practice that skill a lot. You practice it enough that then, okay, so if the situation is that I want to talk about a fact, if the situation is that I want to talk about a fact or a habit I have, then you say I play, I go, I stay, I drive, I do. Okay? All right? So that is how that works. All right? So again, when you think simple present, it's about now and it's what's happening now. Absolutely and utterly wrong, my friends. Absolutely and utterly wrong. Do not get it mistaken. It's about facts. It's about reality. It's about things that you usually do. Okay? That makes sense? So stop thinking, stop obsessing on the name present, simple present. Oh my God. No. Focus instead on the context. Okay? Okay. Good. All right. So over here, let's jump onto the next one. Now, this is one that people just for some reason learn well. I guess it's because it's drilled enough, but for some reason at school people just learn it well. And that is when you are doing, playing, going, staying, listening, etc. Okay? So, Clive, he's speaking, right? If I'm talking, if I am looking at myself from an outer perspective, then you would say what? You would say he is speaking, and here comes what we learned in the previous one. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are. I didn't stay too much. I didn't delve too long on that one, because I am assuming that you know I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are, right? So, good morning, Clara. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate your message. Good morning to you. Good morning to you over there in sunny Florida, where people like to ride jet skis and things like that, monster trucks and stuff like that in that part of Florida. And people like to say ma'am a lot, okay? Instead of saying excuse me, miss, or so, they go, excuse me, ma'am, may I help you? Right. So anyways, I enjoy, you know me. I love accents. Well, that goes back to what I was explaining on the first tense, right? The first tense was what? Simple present. Don't focus on the name, focus on the context, right? And I'm stating a fact. I'm stating something real. And what is that thing that is real? The thing that's real is that I love to do accents, okay? I love to mimic people, voices, and things like that, even though people don't like this guy I'm mimicking right now, okay? People don't like him at all right? But I believe it's a great challenge for me, okay? To push my English to the limit. All right. And also to, do, like I said, talk like multiple people. It's pretty fun. I think it is. So, anyways, as I was saying, or, this guy too, with, well, although I'm probably not Nigel today because, I'm drinking coffee and not tea. So that's very unlike Nigel, all right? Let me know if you don't understand something, Clara. I'm speaking here. I'm just spitting. Please tell me, hey, Clive, whoa, stop. Say, well, what are you doing? What are you saying? So, back to what I was saying. So, remember, stop focusing on the name, focus on the context. The context here is like, I love accents. I teach English. I love basketball. I play the guitar. I'm stating facts. Right? I'm stating facts. Okay? So that's why my structure is I love, I do, I play, I stay. If I want to say a fact about Clara, she loves her family. She loves her dog. She loves, you know what I mean? Okay? She has some granddaughters. Right? She has a son, which I went to I went to high school with for a couple of years. Okay? Not the entire my entire high school experience, but I did share a couple of years with Cesar, Clara's son. Good people, by the way. Great people. As we say in the meme culture, Cesar is a Chad, man. He has, his family, and like, good for him. May God bless his family. Anyways, let's continue here. So, present progressive, right? Ooh, the name present progressive. No, it's forget the name. Stop fixating on the name. How can I talk about what's happening now? I'm talking a lot. I'm talking about accents and people and my students, and people might be confused, right? So, hopefully, I am not confusing you. Meaning, I'm hoping that it's not happening now. You're not getting confused by what I'm saying. I mimic Trump. I talk like a Southerner, like a British person. Anyways, so he's speaking. He's not speaking. Is he speaking? Right? So Clara is listening. Hopefully, yeah. My mom is planning my dad's relocation. Okay? So I'm talking about the things that are happening. Okay? I'm teaching a class. You see what I mean? So that is what is happening now. So what are the components? Oh, Clive, I need the rules. Okay, I will tell you the rules, but don't fixate on them. Fixate on the context. So you think in English. Stop fixating on the rules. The rules are important, but more important is what I prioritize, that I would like you to prioritize, is the what? Is the context, guys. The context. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes when I talk to you. Fixate on the context, not the name, not the rules. Yes, the rules are important. The name, I would say it's completely unimportant. Doesn't matter. Simple present perfect, past perfect. Just that's important for me as a coach teacher. For me. For you, not really. Not really. Okay? So that That style that you experienced it at school, you experienced at school where you were like, okay, today we're going to learn present perfect. Yeah, okay, so you need the auxiliary because in present perfect, no, no, no. Think about this. Why do you learn, sorry, why do you remember basic math? Because it's a skill that you need to perform almost every day. Every day, when you're talking about money, buying things, doing anything in particular, you need to do math. Or you're talking about dates or things like that, you are constantly managing numbers, right? When in real life, when you're going to say the phrase present perfect or past perfect, when? Oh yeah, in your thought process, you're having a conversation, you're thinking, okay, so I need to say this in present perfect because it, what? No, no, you don't. You don't think that way. That's not how our brain works. Your brain tries to solve a problem that is happening now. Oh, I need to communicate an idea about what I did, about what I'm doing now. Let's say I'm on the phone and like, hey, Clive, what are you doing? Present progressive. No, you don't think like that. You think, what are you doing? I'm teaching a class on YouTube. I'm hosting the Every Other Saturday show. Right? I'm hosting. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, Clara, please let me know if my voice is loud enough because I remember your feedback. Was, hey, Clive, your voice is a little too quiet. It's too quiet. I cannot hear it well. So please let me know if you can hear me well, okay? Let me know in the chat. I really appreciate that. If my voice is loud and clear, hopefully. Okay? So yeah, that's one of the few things I would like to ask you if you can hear me well. Okay? All right. Let's go back here. Boom. Okay. I'm speaking, I'm listening, I'm asking. Okay, thank you, Clara. Thank you for your quick and responsive feedback. Okay, thank you very, very much. Okay, so I'm speaking. My sound is coming or getting out there well. Clara is listening. Okay? Not even once I thought present progressive. No. That's not how you learn how to speak. Okay? So let's take a look at the use. The one I need you to fixate on, guys, the use. Not the name. The name is unimportant. Unimportant. You want to learn how you can react to a situation. Think about it this way. You're learning boxing, right? You're learning how to box. Or no, let's just I don't have any experience in boxing, so let me just go ahead and talk about basketball, right? So basketball has a bunch of names and things like that. Jump shot and jab and fake, pump fake, and fade away, and all these names. When you are playing, you don't think about it. Oh, I'm going to execute, fade away, do jab, and pump fake. No, you just do it. Okay, so get in the habit of thinking of the context and how you should react to a situation. Okay? So, if I want to talk about a fact, probably I have to say something like, this breaks, I do, it goes, it costs, right? Which means the person I want to talk about, the thing I want to talk about, and the action. That's it. Or if I'm describing, it is fine, it is good, it's far, it's big, it's small, it's not enough, etc. Right? If I want to talk about what's happening right now, then I need help from that thing. I am, you are, he, she, it is, you are, there. In my action with a little change, right? Ing, to say that to signal that I'm doing it, happening, right? Action taking place in the moment, action taking place only for a limited period of time, action arranged for the future. Oh, I forgot about that one. You see why you have to focus on the use and not the name? So, here's a bonus. Yeah, I have a live stream in 15 minutes. So, private one. Let me gather my thoughts. Okay, so a bonus feature of walking, doing, whatever, is that Americans use it a lot, by the way. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing tonight? So you see, it's daylight, right? Well, you can't see because, well, yeah, you probably can see, right? What are you doing tonight? Are you talking about now? No, I'm talking about tonight. I'm singing and playing a couple of songs at the Ancon Theater Guild. And I'm hanging out with, thank you, my brother is here. Thank you for joining, Harold. I appreciate you, my brother. Another Chad, has his family, kids over there, getting healthy. Just a Chad, Good for you, my friend. Good for you, my brother. And thank you for stopping by. Please send my love. Please send my love to Diego and Fabi. All right? Please send my love and tell them that I love them. Your uncle loves them. Or their uncle loves them. Right? Okay. Right. So as I was saying, Michael Jordan is not thinking a jump shot, jab. No. So you should not think when you're speaking to an American, you go like, present progressive, past simple, no. You lost the game. Lost it. You lost the game. Situation is over. Okay? So you practice what? You practice the context. In the context, the bonus context, okay? The bonus context is what? Of walking, doing, whatever, is the future, right? So it's daylight, right? Hey, Clive, what are you doing? What are you doing tonight? It's not tonight. Clearly, it's daylight, right? I'm singing a couple of songs at the Ancon Theater Guild. And later on, maybe hanging out and I'm hanging out with some people and grabbing a bite. You see, I'm talking about a plan for the future. Notice how I didn't say going to or will. I just said, I'm singing. Later tonight, I'm singing. Not a full show, just a couple of songs. Okay, because it's an open mic night. Okay, so I don't want to lose that skill. Because for years I performed regularly. Every weekend I performed. Boom, 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 in a bar, in a restaurant, and then even in big stages with some friends. When I was younger, I had this tropical BTS kind of band. BTS, the Korean band. I was in a band like that, but I wasn't the front people. I was the music players, the musicians, sorry. I was playing the guitar and singing some choruses, right? So no, I was not doing that. Bye 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 bye. Yeah, I say BTS because you know some of you might be younger and not know Backstreet Boys or Nsync. That's what my sisters tormented me with. And now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, songs are not so bad. It's when I was younger that I was like, I hate that. Oh, I am a rocker. Metallica, Pearl Jam, please. I don't want any of that. Now my students like with Clara can testify to this, attest to this. Like whenever I say why, I say, tell me why. Anyways, let's continue. Let's continue. Right. So, context, guys. Okay, so we talked about facts. We talked about repetitive actions. We talked about things that are happening now or something, some things that are planned or arranged for the future, correct? Now, this one right here does require a little bit of more work, which is the past, right? First of all, I have to learn the equivalent of I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are. I am sitting down. I am at home. I am at doing the every other Saturday show, right? I am right now, right? Let's say, for example, yesterday, I was at the music store, at the musical instrument store. I was at the gym. I was at some car errands, at some car things that I had to do. So I was in several. I was at Subway, the sandwich joint, not a Subway. Oh yeah, well actually I was at the Panamanian Subway too. I rode the Subway too. So I drove and I was at the I rode the Subway too. So you see, I'm talking about what happened yesterday. Yesterday, my trouble seems so far away. Right? Yesterday. So I was, you were. Memorize that. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, they were. In the case of simple past, I am not so against learning the name because it has like the actual word past, and you think past, okay. It's very simple, right? It's very straightforward. But when you think of present progressive, present blah, blah, present perfect, your mind goes and you don't know what to say. But when it comes to past, like the name is very, very accurate to what it means. Right? That's what I would say about that. So, why do I say it requires work? Well, because you have to learn a ton of verbs, irregular verbs. You have to practice the pronunciation for regular verbs. Regular verbs are the ones that, let's say, for example, I get play. So I take the word play. If I say play, I'm talking about what? I'm talking about a fact. I'm talking about something that happens regularly. So I play, you play, I play the guitar, right? If I want to talk about yesterday, last night, I played, let me go full screen for that. Played the guitar. Okay? Played the guitar. Let's say I said, oh, he pushed me. So now it's a T, not a D. It's a T. Pushed me. Right? So you got to learn, basically, you got to learn the irregular verbs so you know that the rest are regular. You put ed, but the pronunciation is tricky. They are not all pronounced ed. Okay? Walked. Studied. Pushed. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Okay? So studied, pushed, played, so sometimes it's a T, sometimes it's a D, sometimes it's an id, like injected. Uh oh. Projected. There we go. That's better. Projected. Tid. Okay. So be careful. Thank you, Harold. Thank you for stopping by. Love you. Okay. So it seems like we won't have enough time to cover all the tenses, but we covered the first one, the first one we learned, right? So the first one we learned is I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are. It's a fact, right? It's expensive, you are happy, I am happy, he is tall, I am short, she is tall, I am short. The guitar is beautiful, the guitar is not beautiful, right? I'm talking about facts. Let's say I want to talk about facts that are like actions, right? Or events. Many ships go by the Panama Canal, or go through the Panama Canal every day. Many ships, big boats with a lot of food and electronics and whatever, cars. Well, cars not that much now, but whatever. Go through the Panama Canal. It's a fact. Yeah. And it's also an action that happens all the time. Clive plays basketball. Clive lifts weights. Yeah? See what I mean? So, that will be a fact. Now, let's go below. Clive is teaching. Clive is doing something with his hands right now. I don't know what he's doing. Let's stop doing that. Right? Clive is talking about action taking place in the moment of speaking. Okay? That makes sense? Again, don't fixate on the names. Don't fixate on the rules. Learn the rules, practice them, but fixate on what is the context I'm speaking in. Context is your best friend, the use. All right? Then, the one that it's about the past, yeah, which is I walked, I did, I went, I had. The equivalent of I am, you are, he, she, is, you are, they are. In past would be I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, they were, they were. All right? So again, like I said, past, you say past and everybody gets it, right? So the name is not as misleading as the others. Progressive and perfect and future perfect and these crazy names that are going to get you confused. So don't fix on the names. Fixate on the context. So I wonder, I don't know if my dear Clara is there. I'm not sure. Do you have any questions, guys? Questions for me? Do you have any questions for me, my friends? Let's see here. Yeah. Again, today was kind of a lonely stream, but that's fine. This will stay in. And I guess I didn't advertise it as much. So that was on my part. But a good time nonetheless. Clara, let me know. Do you have any questions? Would you like me to cover or say anything? Clarify any doubts that you may have? Let me get a sip of water while I wait for a message. Sip of coffee, actually. So Let's see. Talk to you later, brother. Good morning. Thanks for your nice comment. The sound is good. Very helpful, Clara. Your feedback. I appreciate it. So, I guess there aren't any questions, right? So let me see here. Is this? Oh yeah, this is. My music is still playing. I will use it in a second. So let's see one more thing before I move away from this. So I OBS, you're driving me nuts, man. I swear to you. OBS is driving me absolutely nuts. I have no idea why it does the transition when I'm not telling OBS to do the transition, but it is what it is. So, right. All right, so we are at the 1 hour mark. So it is time. It is time, my friends, to say goodbye. I see that Clara or anybody, any of the listeners have a question. So we're just going to go ahead and say goodbye for today. All right, so thank you for tuning in. For those who stopped by the Every Other Saturday show, remember, every other Saturday today we had a show about tenses, a show about how to speak properly in the proper context. Stop fixating on rules. Stop it, okay? Stop fixating on the names. It will get you more confused, all right? Focus on the context. Focus on reality that surrounds you. Use the language that is more appropriate to that reality. Stop focusing on the names. It's not going to take you anywhere. Today, November the 4th, we had our first show. So the next show, I'll let you know in a second. The next show will be on the 18th, December 18th, okay? Remember, the Every Other Saturday show. Drop your questions, drop a like, subscribe to this channel if you like the show, and if you disliked it, you may go ahead and dislike it too. All in benefit of the engagement. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for enjoying. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the day. And I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you in the next one.